Hey, Dr. Frank here. Welcome to Thriving with Stress, Your Resilient Divorce. We welcome you to this training that's really designed to support you during this transitional period of time. Now, for some of you, you're considering divorce, while others are going through the litigation that is called divorce or dissolution. There will be some who participate and benefit from this program whose divorce is over and you're living with the aftermath, with kids and ex-wives and stepdads, stepmoms. We invite you to take an interested, almost curious perspective as you join this training. It's important in this training that you be open. So we'll encourage you to perhaps shelve your preconceived understanding or ideas about the idea of stress. We're going to introduce you to a new concept of stress. Now, this training is an innovative training that acts almost like coaching. So we're going to share with you some information and we're going to encourage you through some exercises. The training, though, is designed for you to learn so that you can internalize and master a new way, a new perspective on stress. In the training, we're going to ask you to consider some stuff, but we're not going to ask you to disclose anything. But funny, this is a computer training, and so you're not going to be asked to tell anybody anything. But it is designed that you consider the process of what you go through when issues are stressful. And so the exercises that we include in this training are really intended to help you experience stress and play with it a little bit, almost like it's a playground. This training is also to help your whole person. So while you're working on maybe considering the stress as it relates to your divorce, there's also stress that comes with paying your bills and with work and with life and in relationships. It's our hope that you realize that this training is intended to generalize inside you to impact all of those areas of your life. So stress is not a thing that happens, but stress is a process that we go through. And on this process, there are these 10 gateposts or off-ramps. These are things that we identify that are just components of the stress response life cycle. Learning to see and recognize these gateposts and then use practical tools, you can maneuver yourself off that road to not okay. This will permit you to become more flexible even when demand, pressure, or stress hit you. Now, in divorce, you have many triggers that hit you. Many times that you have the opportunity to phone it in and become angry, become upset. It's our hope that this training will help you thrive in the midst of that. In this training, we're going to invite you to learn through 4 lessons. We call them chapters. The chapters are intended to be almost like a time-released medicine. So you will learn some information about stress and go through some exercises in this chapter. We invite you to wait a period of time before you take the next chapter, because in that time, you'll have an opportunity to explore your experience with the information that you've learned. Out of this training, you're going to realize this reframe of stress permits you to leverage those times when demand hits you so that you can thrive even in the midst of that. So our intent in this training is that you become more effective and more reliable. Now, by effective, what we mean is that you're able to do the things that you know to do. So as a parent, you know that you should provide for your kids. You should make them dinner. At work, you should show up on time and fulfill your obligations. If you've got bills, that you pay your bills. Those are things that you would do if you were effective. And by reliable, what we mean is you not doing things that you know you shouldn't do that don't help. Perhaps screaming, becoming short in temper, not showing up. Here's the thing. When pressure, when demand, when stress is low, you tend to be more effective. You do the things you know to do, and more reliable. You don't do things that complicate life or muck things up. When pressure, when demand, when stress is higher, you tend to be less effective and you tend to be less reliable. Not doing things you know to do, and doing those things that you know don't help. And we, you and me, a digital version of Dr. Frank, are now starting your journey through Thriving with Stress, Your Resilient Divorce. In the words of Winston Churchill, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. We invite you to commit to continuing through this training with an expectation that your investment of time and the money you've already paid for the program will be investments that will support you during the transitions that are a part of your divorce experience. While challenges and stress are not for the faint of heart, we are confident that the training you are beginning will be life-changing for you. Your ability to thrive in the midst of the stress that comes with divorce is key to your making the most of this moment in your life.